Hello and welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Mike Szilagyi, General Manager of Product Management at Genesys. Mike, thanks very much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Hi, Charlie. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. And thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really great to have you. And I'm very excited to talk about Genesys's acquisition of Radarr Technologies. This was the big, probably news in the customer experience space this week. So it's great to have you on our platform. And I think the first question that I'm going to throw out at you at this is quite a straightforward one. And that is kind of what will the Radarr acquisition bring to Genesys?
Yeah, great question. We're really excited to announce this acquisition of Radarr and bringing it into the Genesys Cloud portfolio. There's three main things. There's a long list of capabilities that this company brings, but there's three main things that we were looking at for the acquisition. First of all, is public social as a channel into the contact center. If you think about it under the Omnichannel umbrella, is really gaining momentum around the world. In some parts of the world, more so than other. It's the primary channel for which customers want to engage with their brands. So this is the biggest major reason why we did this acquisition is they support so many languages, over 130 languages and over 50 social platforms where they allow their customers just to engage with brands. So we'll combine that with Genesys Cloud's existing experience orchestration or CCaaS platform and enable all those channels to be inbound into the contact center as well as for outbound. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that when we think about journey orchestration and experience orchestration, all of the attitudinal data that you can get from a social media platform, we believe is going to bring even more data to the customer 360 view. What do we know about the customer that will feed our AI and help inform our agents in a co-pilot scenario or in an automation scenario? What can we do to drive more empathy and know more about the customer? And that attitudinal data is going to be really important. And the third one is that their AI portfolio is really starting to take shape too. They've built some models around sentiment analysis from social media platforms that we think, combined with our voice and digital sentiment, is going to give us a nice portfolio of sentiment analysis that we can bring to the data platform as well to bear.
Yeah, I think there's three really good points in there. And I think it's really interesting, as you say, that this will bring a whole lot more data into the Genesys environment, and that will be used to kind of fuel the new kind of AI models that you're testing. And it's also kind of quite a logical expansion, as you mentioned, from the journey orchestration side as well. So lots of really clear benefits there. But kind of moving forward, will this acquisition do anything to kind of change or bolster Genesys' future roadmap of innovation?
Yeah, I think it's very additive to our roadmap. So it does bring all of these channels that we know are emerging in different parts of the world and in different demographics. So that it brings all of that, and we'll continue to expand the capabilities there. But the bigger journey picture that we're really creating when we think about AI-powered experience orchestration, the amount of information that we can get from social channels, I think, is going to be pretty exciting. When you start to think about what you could do with images or video and the things that you can learn about the customer, that you wouldn't necessarily be able to learn in a survey or in a transaction that's more controlled. So I think it's going to contribute to both of those for our roadmap going forward. Some with really near term benefits, and then some with longer term benefits as we merge it into the platform and continue to build our AI story.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, as customers, I'm sure we're all getting a bit kind of tired of surveys. So to have a more seamless, kind of less intrusive, I guess, way of gleaning those customer insights is going to be really great. But of course, this move isn't only going to affect kind of Genesys customers. As part of the acquisition, you'll be onboarding customers as well from Radarr. What can those customers maybe expect from Genesys to bring to them?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great a win-win for both our customers and their customers as well. So our goal when we integrate this into the Genesys Cloud platform is to keep all their capabilities that their customers are using today intact, and we continue to add to those from a roadmap perspective. What Genesys Cloud can do is bring reach, security and compliance postures, and just global presence, and that's the big thing that we'll bring together with the Radarr platform. I think there'll be a nice combined roadmap around AI and what we can do with with AI around what we can do with data. And so I think that's going to benefit our customers as well as the existing Radarr customers. So we see a really nice, adjacency and additive quality of this acquisition.
Okay, so that's really good. And we've talked a little bit now already about kind of what this will add to the Genesys as it moves forwards. What else, maybe kind of from a more general perspective, can we expect from Genesys maybe before the end of the year in terms of innovation and possibly maybe some other acquisition activity too?
In terms of M&A, I can't really speculate on what the future holds, but we do have a pretty active, build buy API framework for technology partners. So we have a really strong App Foundry community where we have customers that are building and adding value-added services to Genesys Cloud. So that's one area that we always keep an eye on to see, what potentially is happening in our App Foundry. We also look at what's happening in the market as well. And we do have a strong focus on AI-powered experience orchestration. So we think both AI and journey orchestration, journey management is the future of contact center, how you'll manage your customer experiences broadly, where the contact center plays a part of a bigger journey that you're managing for your customers. So we'll always be on the lookout for opportunities to accelerate our vision or looking for companies that have a like-minded vision as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess, Genesys for many years now has kind of already been at the precipice almost of the CCaaS industry. I mean, I think for how many years it's been kind of the leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant, I think is perhaps testament to that. And I'm sure we could kind of discuss lots more around Genesys' future innovation. But I think that's a really great place to end today's chat. But thanks very much for coming on and speaking to me today, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie. My pleasure. Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thanks to everybody for watching too. Bye for now.